Alright guys, so we're heading off down the trail here. And this is a well-worn trail. Pretty easy to follow, but from what I was reading online about this, if you go take the trail all the way down and then get to the top of the waterfall, you've got to take you got to cross the creek, and then you've got to crawl along on your hands and knees on under an overhanging bluff line, and then take some crawl down some rocks to get down below that. So we're going to try a different route today. I've got my GPS set up, so we'll have that route if this works. But Dave's got it all planned out, so I think it's going to work just fine. We're going to head off the trail down here in a little bit and do a little bushwhacking and get into the creek down below the waterfall, and then come back up the creek to the waterfall. So I'm going to shut the camera down while we're just walking the trail here, because we're just walking through the woods. But I mean, you can see it's well worn, easy to follow on this part of it. And I'll come back whenever we get to something that's interesting to look at. So hang with me, and we'll be right back.
I'll help you cross.
All right guys, so we're down here. There's one little small creek you have to cross here. So we're down at the creek. We're gonna cross this real quick. We've probably gone a quarter mile down. That's kind of cool. There's a little waterfall down there. So that was easy enough. I'm sure this drains on down into the creek where Hideout Hollow is. But this I would have to classify as an easy trail so far. It's only 9/10 of a mile from what I read online, so if you went straight to the top of the waterfall, it'd be 9/10 of a mile. We're going to go a little further because we're going to go a little off the trail and do a little bushwhacking and head back around up to the waterfall. So, and you know, the thing about it is, if you come down here to see this, you definitely want to get below the waterfall, because there's a lot of cool stuff underneath it from what I found online. And Dave and Deanne have been here before. This is my first trip to this one. It's been on my list of waterfalls that I've wanted to see, but hadn't made it to this one yet, so this is pretty cool. Power lines running through here. Scenery's pretty cool. Another little creek to cross. There you can see where the water runs off the hill. Alright, so we're just walking the trail, so I'm gonna shut the camera down again. I think this is where we may go off trail, so if we do, I'll start it back up. Alright guys, so right here where the trail crosses this small creek, we're gonna head off and go on a bushwhack. We're gonna head up across this knob, and then it looks like we should be able to get around the bluff and then come in from the bottom side along the creek. So heading uphill right now, we should be able to get on the other side and then get around those bluffs. And we did this, we found a way to get down below. When we did Paradise Falls, we found a way to get down below down below the waterfall and down below having to take the ropes down by going on down a little further along the bluff line. We found a break and we're able to get down, so we're hoping to do the same thing here. So we're just walking through the woods, so I'm going to shut the camera down. Just wanted to show you where we got off the trail at. And we'll have the GPS file available on the website for those of you who want to download it. Over at lostintheozarks.com, you'll check out our website. We have stories on all these waterfall hikes that we do. Hey, damn, I don't get out of breath. I'm gonna shut the camera off here. I'll bring it back up when we get to something cool to look at. So y'all hang with us. Alright guys, so we're getting close to where we think we can drop off here. Let's see the ground dropping away here. We're able to see the hills on the other side. We'll know in a minute. It sure doesn't look like a bluff. Looks like we can get down there. Yes, sir. Well, we don't run into a bluff down here. Those redbud trees down through there are pretty. They're blooming all in. Wow, this time of year we're in late March. The redbuds are in full bloom. Now looking down the tree line here. Uh-oh. I found me a bunch of briars. I can get around. Uh-oh. I see a bluff down here we gotta go around. Passive picture of bushwhacking. I don't want to jinx myself, but at least I haven't fallen yet. Let's see what we got down here.
Real close to that.
See if I can spot something along. Whew. Don't want to get there. That could be slick. There's a seat coming out. Yeah. That's pretty, but I don't see any way. This plan may not work. Okay, we're gonna regroup and kind of check some more things out. So I'm gonna turn this off for a minute, but you can look out across there. That's pretty. It's a long ways down to the creek down there, so we're gonna see if we can regroup here and try a new plan. All right, guys, so it looks like we found a way around here. Looks like we can go down here and then kind of zigzag down and get down to the creek level. Looks like there's a seat down here, so it may be a little slick.
Careful, this is slippery, okay?
Yep. Gotcha. As long as this tree don't break off as I'm going over it. That would suck to have to ride that down. All right. Well, put everything in one hand here. Grab this tree. That's not too bad. You can see how rugged it is back here. Look out across the valley.
My legs aren't long enough.
I know your legs aren't long enough, but
how am I going to do this?
there we go. Good thing for that physical therapy.
Yep. Daggone briars. Alright guys, so we have looked at the map and it looks like we're down on this bench, and that is a bluff over to our right, but Dave and Deanne's been here before, I haven't, so they was telling me that the hollow's kind of up here along this bluff to our left. So we're just gonna walk along this bench down below this bluff up there, and that should take us right up, and then we can take a left turn and go up into the hollow, and we'll be down below the waterfall. Like I said, I got the GPS on, and this seems like an easier way than crawling along a bluff on your hands and knees. So we're blazing a new trail here. And like I said, I have a story with photos and everything on lostintheozarks.com along with a link to the video. And I'm not sure what those yellow flowers are. They don't look like trout lilies. We saw those last year. We took a late hike down into Atkins Canyon Falls. So I'm not sure what those were. But this is pretty easy walking here. And you see where all these slabs of rock. Oh, there's some purple flowers. Somebody had some pictures of those on Facebook the other day. I'm not sure remember what they are, but I think they're a type of phlox. I have to double check that. Whew, rolly rocks.
Might be easier to get over to that.
Yeah, go down that way.
It looks a
Can you
little
get down
more,
over there?
looks a little more open, doesn't it?
Find a way through the rock garden here. Get over to our right where it's a little easier walking. There's a bluff over here to our left. And the redbud trees, they're amazing. Those things are so soft they can break over, lay it on the ground, and still bloom. I just had one roll me into a hole too. Try to stay on top of these rocks as much as possible.
Grab hold of anything that breaks.
They got lichens on them, so they're got a little better traction. Ooh, there's a hole. I hear a bumblebee flying around my head. Might have been able to see it on the video, I don't know. We are definitely in the rock garden. Let me get through here to the other side, we'll be alright. Alright guys, we're just kind of picking our way through the rocks here, and we're going to get up on this flat up here, so I'm going to turn the video off again. Sure you don't want to see just walking along a bunch of rocks, so I'm going to shut it down, bring it right back when we get up here. There's some nice scenery to look at, so stay with us. Whew. Stay with us and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're still bushwhacking along this bench. Rock gardens here with the leaves down. You can't see the holes till you stick your foot in it, so. And I wouldn't do this one in the middle of the summertime, I'll just say that. Big old trees down here. Whew. Should be easy enough to get under. Look at the valley out here. So we are way up the side of the hill. And we're following this bench around up into the hollow. This should get us below the waterfall without having to, like I said, go through that daggum crawling along the little ledge on the bluff. Maybe a little longer, a little harder walking, but got me. Get these trees off the side of the laid out now. That would slightly suck. Yeah, Dave, that was it. That was a highlighted woodpecker calling. Red bugs over here. It looks like turkey tail mushrooms going up the side of the tree. Can't tell they're dried out. The bluff is over here to our left. And that's where the hollow is. So, ow! They're coming. Alright, so I'm gonna shut the camera down here. I think we're gonna head up here and kind of go across and head across this knob up here. So I'm gonna shut the camera down and then I'll pick it back up here in just a little bit. So y'all stay with us. We should be bringing you a shot of the Hideout Hollow here just a little bit. Depending on what else we run across. We're gonna head over here and go around these rocks, and I'll be back with you shortly.
Here's what it looks
We could always go around, and then if it does drop down on the other side, I don't see why we couldn't take the shortcut back.
Can we go through there? Or do you think it's gonna...
Well, I don't know what's on the other side of that. That's the thing. We could do this, and then on the way back, that would cut off this if it drops down on both sides. Because this side we know does.
What are these flowers?
I don't know.
Oh, they're
It
beautiful.
looks like a type of phlox. I think somebody posted a picture of them on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. But I have to pull out and identify them when I get home. And all the red buds down along that down there. Alright, so we're going to try to go around this big slab of rock that's broken off the side of the hill. It looked like it would be a shortcut, but I don't know if it dropped off over here. So we're going to look at it. If it is a shortcut, we'll take that on the way back. Unless we decide to climb up out of here and crawl on the way back out. Whew. Yeah, it looks like that. That's a shortcut through there. Or there either one. Alright. So once again, we're bushwhacking. There's not a lot of scenery here. And that huge rock over there. And the bluffs over here, so. I'm gonna shut the camera down again till we get back up in the hollow here. And I'll be back with y'all in just a minute. Maybe look at this rock and the bluffs over here before we do. Alright, we'll be back when we get a little further up in here. Alright, we'll get down in here now. Getting close to the waterfall. I should have known that was a hole. Maybe we can go down here around this big rock. Boy, that'd be a nice, if you wanted to backpack in here, that should be a nice shelter spot. Backpack through. This huge rock slid down. Wow, I can hear the trees groaning from the wind. Well, it wouldn't be any harder. It definitely wouldn't be any harder walking going to the bluff line. Yeah, I think I'll head back up right through here. I'm gonna get up to the bluff line here and see if it's a little easier walking through. All these huge slabs of the side of the bluff that it slid on, making it kind of an up and down journey. And we're thinking we can follow the bluff line on the way back, not have to do all this up and down stuff. So, you know, if you get the GPS file, and you see all that meandering going on, just stick close to the bluff line, and it should get you down there. Let's do this. Try to get around this thicket here. And some of these down trees. Head uphill. Probably easier walking uphill along the bluff line for sure. That's a 40-mile wind gust. Might bring a tree off the top of there. I don't know how. I'll try to get as much of the wind noise out of this as I can when I edit it. The wind is whipping today. We're down below the bluff, so we're a little bit sheltered. This almost looks like a freaking trail up here. We might want to follow that on the way back, huh? Because it sure does look like a trail. We have bluffs. Rugged beauty of the Ozarks. As you can see from my shirt, we love getting lost in the Ozarks. And you can find all our adventures at lostintheozarks.com. If you go there to the home page, use the search up on the upper right hand side, just search for, you know, if you wanted to find out about Hideout Hollow Falls, just search for Hideout Hollow. And the article, along with maps, GPS coordinates and all that, should be there. I'm still working on putting GPS coordinates on some of them. But I wonder if we ran into the trails get down here. I've never been down here before, so this is all new to me. So y'all along with me as I experience my first time in the Hideout Hollow. So here and wait on them, catch my breath, maybe take a little drink of iced tea, and then we should be able to follow this right on up to waterfall. So y'all stay with us. Alright, so we ran across that trail and we're following it. We're probably going to follow it on the way back, like I said before. And right now we're just walking along the bluff line. A little easier walking than down there around those huge slabs of rock. This is pretty decent walking. Yeah, up there where the weren't any leaves, you can see a trail. Now we've gotten off that Can't really see anything. It's beautiful down in here. Got bluffs on both sides of us.
That's it right there.
Yep. I'm gonna head downhill a little bit. Yep, I see water running over the top. And here's water coming right out of the rocks. Pretty cool, draining from up above. A little bit of bushwhack, but we made it here. I'll get down here to the creek level. Go under this tree. Okay. Trees all wrapped up there and stuff. I'm gonna walk along the creek here. This is pretty. Watch these rocks, because they can be slick. And this is not the easiest walking, but I'd rather show you the creek down here. Maybe get a little wet foot instead of walking up there and you just seeing more of the woods we've been walking through. And there's the waterfall. Let me get up here a little closer for you. I'm just doing this just to show off that I can still do it. Well, we got rain over the weekend. It's been like 4 days since we got rain. It's still running quite well. I didn't bring my big camera rig, so I'm just gonna shoot some photos with my 360 camera and with my cell phone camera. This is gorgeous. I didn't know if there'd be enough water running to make a long exposure photo. Looks like there would have been, but I may be able to stack some photos and make one of those. But hey, this is gorgeous. So guys, this is Hideout Hollow Falls. It looks like I can see up here where you can climb up and crawl around and then cross the creek to go back. It's pretty wet up there. But hey, if you want to go that way, you want to crawl, looks like it's not as narrow as I thought it might be. So, I mean, if that's what you want to do, or you can take our route. Next, we're going to see if we can follow that trail back and see if we can find where it goes up the bluff line. Anyway, this is Hideout Hollow Falls, and I'm going to end the video here and get some photos. So, you know, as always, you know, if you like this content, leave us a like, give us a comment. You know, that really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and you know, we appreciate all you guys. So as always, thanks for watching.